All right, service and maintenance. It sounded like many of you had already brought up Property Meld. Is there anyone not using Property Meld? Andy, so what are you using as far as your service and maintenance and automation, keeping tenants informed, scheduling, vendors, all of the above? Can't hear you.
Sorry. Separate maintenance company. I own a separate maintenance company. So we coordinate our maintenance. We have a property manager, maintenance coordinator, but then we also have a maintenance coordinator for the maintenance company. So they talk, and we were probably one of Property Meld's first customers. At the time, they didn't have a great internal maintenance solution, so it wasn't a great fit for us. Yeah. And then one of the other challenges we had was getting vendors on board to use the platform, which kind of took away, for me, it took away some of the benefit of it. But I hear great things about Property Meld, and maybe one day we'll revisit.
All right. Well, open-ended for the other three, because it sounds like all three of you use it. Why should someone choose to use Property Meld?
Andy told me 3 years ago, and I like it. So it was helpful for us. Here's the thing that it solved for us mostly. The work orders that would just kind of get lost and left, that would just kind of float off into Appfolio cyberspace. That doesn't happen with Property Meld, because that ticket bounces back and forth between the resident and the vendor via text message until its completion. So there's just a lot less chance of things falling through the cracks. And the few KPIs that we watch in there, melds that are overdue, melds that are waiting on vendor, and melds that are there's another category that's escaping me. But anyway, it's very easy to watch the KPIs within their dashboard, and using our scorecard system that we have.
All right, Philip.
I actually don't use Meld. I think at where we are, I mean, in having 90% of our smaller maintenance stuff we handle in-house. And yeah, so, I mean, I've looked at it several times, almost implemented several times, but just at the size where we are, I just don't think maybe it makes sense. I think the other thing is, just as a whole, as we're talking about technology, there's a lot of things in virtual assistants or anything we can run and spend a lot of money on to work in our business. And I think always at the end of the year, or at certain points in time, really check where your money's going, and see if it makes sense. Because I did that at the end of the year and really got lean and mean, and I was so thankful going into the season. So that's something you need to always keep a pulse on, because even if you shift gears for a season to get the process right, then you might switch back to something. It's not the end all be all forever, and there might be another solution. And I'm surprised some of these softwares that we're using haven't utilized some of the technology of some other outside pieces to fill in the gaps, because I don't think it's prioritary. It's just some things to think about.